Hey guys, Lytane here, and last time on Shovel Knight we took down the Polar Knight, and hopefully it saved this time. Actually it did, I made sure. And this time we're going to be taking down the Tinker Knight in Clockwork Tower. So, Tinker Knight, as you can imagine, is a gear and machinery type dude. So his level is based on that. So you got two types of moving platforms, which is our gimmick for this level. The blue ones always go right, and the orangey ones always go to the left. So we're going to be using those to get around. These rats take 2 hits, which I always thought was strange. Like, why does it take 2 hits? Anyways. There's a little treasure there. Die. So they can dive at you. Also, if you're on the same plane as them, get some cardio. If you're on the same plane as them, they do rush faster. And if you get close to them, then they do rush at you. So this is another one of those boring looking levels. Like, honestly. It's just all black with some cogs. Like, compared to the last level, which had like a fake Aurora Borealis and all that kind of stuff, like this level is so boring compared. Like, it does move, which I guess is a little bit more exciting, but I prefer beautiful pictures than moving objects. Unless it's a beautiful moving object. Wow, best of both worlds. So if we go over here, there's a little thingy, little secret up here. So if we're supposed to ride along this cog, almost didn't make that jump. That was incredibly close. And then to get back across, I'm just going to use my phase locket. I love it, so OP. Also across here, if you see, there is a shiny. There's got so many items now. Far out. No matter how dangerous it gets, fishing is always thing. It's the Trapple guy. He gave me a biggie. So I used one of my other Trapples before, so now I've got 2 of these gold ones. They're pretty useless, honestly. Die. Yeah, I really don't like the gold ones. Almost died. Like, I never see a single place in which I could use it. I think there's one in Spectre Knight which has some treasure behind a wall. Oh, damn it. Oops. Some treasure behind a wall that you can't get to, but that's about all I could think of in terms of the only place that you need it. I don't know. Maybe there are other places and there's... I want my treasure. Maybe there are other places and stuff, but I don't know of any. So we got some life here. Also, these guys are really hard to... because they shoot their cogs at you and stuff, and they have a 2... whoops. They have a 2-style pattern to it. So they can be a little difficult to get around. But here is another thing. This is where our nice musical sheet will be. I'm just going to wait for this guy to get closer, because I hate them. Ah, damn it. Oh no, that's the absolute worst thing I can do. I used an item. I could have just phased onto the platform and killed him. But still, yeah, I used another item. They're not completely useless. They're just mostly useless. So this way, we get introduced to these little rocket things. I hate these little rockets. They are like the Medusa from Castlevania. That's the idea. And I think the Medusas were introduced on the Clockwork. They're usually in a Clockwork stage, so that's like a nice little homage to that fact. They're annoying though because their attack pattern is up and down, and to dodge them is annoying. Yeah. So to do that, the proper way is going up the ladder and stuff, or the improper way is that you can phase lock it across, or you can even get hit to turn yourself temporarily invincible and then come across. But, you know. So going across here. Oh, that was a close jump that I nearly missed. We get to find Chester. Now, I've already said, I already talked to him and already So that's an investment working out. It's a pretty great relic, you know. I miss it already. So he gave us this, which is a gear. I don't remember what it's called. Basically, if we summon it, it works as a little platform, so we can get slightly higher jumps, which, you know, is a little handy, I guess. But one thing that it can do is, if we summon it, it can jump. So it can ride on spikes, and it can jump for us, see? Now, there aren't too many places in which we will use this. There. There aren't too many places that we can really use this, because, like, honestly, there's very, very few places in the world that require us to go across spikes in that way. It can be handy in little bits of places, which, yeah. But honestly, I think I only find myself using it once. Also, I freaking hate these guys. And then, whoa, okay, good. And then trying to do precision platforming with these things, far out, they're annoying. If I go this way, I think it's faster. Yeah. Let's do some thing. So Tinkering stage is one of the harder stages, sort of, in my opinion, just because of the platforming. It's some fairly difficult platforming, and you got some of those things. Like, this is one of those cases where, ha! Treasure killed me. My bad. This is one of those cases where you get to use the gear. Can I reach it? Yeah. I don't need it. I got $30,000. This is one of those places that you could use the gear on. If you want to collect that note, I'm pretty sure you have to use it. There is another relic that you could potentially use, but it's too high to jump if you use the phase locker, so it's one of those ones that I can't just phase across and spam and get. I'm going to do this just in case. Also, we're going to do mechanic-y thingy here. These platforms are pretty cool. When you're standing on top of them, you slide down, hence the reason why they look like they're spinning, until you fall off. So we'll be using those in a second. Here's another fun little auto-scrolly thingy. So you got to stay ahead of these platforms, on this platform, and you know, make some little jumps and stuff. If you do fall behind, there are two things that you can do. You can either... Oh, that got stuck in the wall. You can either use the phase locker to catch up. Or you can use the gear to ride across everything to get to the end. Piece of cake. Didn't even take a hit. So that's another area that the thing can be used in, I guess. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really get used all that often, but it does have some use. Also, speaking about these techno wizard guys, these guys are probably the lamest of all of the wizards that you get in each world. Honestly, they're just so boring. Nah. Because they shoot the gears out, and the gears are very easy to dodge, and they're not very threatening, not like some of the other guys that we've versed. There we go. So if we come across here, we get a nice little fishing spot. That's what I'm about. I'm about the fishing. If I can fish right. Yeah, but fishing. Wow, this is a really deep fishing hole. There we go. I don't get how he's catching fish. There's like no water beneath us or anything. I don't get it. But trying to put logic in video games, yeah, that's sometimes hard. Here is the other musical sheet. Oh, damn it. It can be a little bit annoying to get. Let's go. Haha. You can also... yeah, got it. I'm gonna go back down for a second. because if I remember correctly, there's a food in here. Ah, no, it's a bad guy. My bad. Let's get up there. Well, I got another bad guy there. I'm not going to bother with him. Now, we've got an auto-scrolling level that scrolls up this time. So if we make a wrong jump, or if we get hit by stupid Medusa thingies, we could die. It's honestly not that difficult to keep ahead of the screen in this one. Sometimes it's more difficult just waiting for the screen to scroll up far enough so you can see where you're supposed to jump next. Oh no, I want that treasure. Give it to me. Yeah, treasure. And this is the top. I don't think there's anything in the walls. I almost died then because of my jump. Now, here's some food and thingy so you can guess what's happening next. Also, there's another new mechanic that's only used literally just one time, which is to build a staircase. I don't know why. I wish they'd use that a little bit more. But here we go. Here's the Tinker Knight. Ah! Did you make all that noise? I can't think straight. I have so much work to do. Just work on letting me pass, little friend. Oh, big words, Tin Man. I'll show you a thing or two. Now we're gonna fight the Tinker Knight. The Tinker Knight is a joke. He falls over all the time, and he cries whenever you hit him. He throws his wrench at you, and he just runs back and forth. I do like his music, like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty really upbeat. He's one of the easiest bosses to defeat, especially if you've got the Spark Strike, because you can just attack him from afar. If you hit him enough times, he cries wrenches, and that's it. He's dead. Or is he? Because this is the only, two-phase boss. So now he's in a giant, crazy, cool mech suit. So the mech suit shoots missiles at the top, so it shoots missiles at the bottom for us in order to ride. On the drill, if we stand on it too long, we fall off. And the only place that he is vulnerable is his teeny tiny head. So all we have to do is bounce on his teeny tiny head whilst dodging the rockets. Then he charges at you. If you're standing on the floor while he charges, he does hurt you. Or we can just do what we just did and just... damn it. We can just spam along that and just ride along his head, so we don't have to actually like fight him very hard. He's a very, very easy boss, honestly. I just made a silly mistake when I was fighting him, which cost me some time. But now he's dead. He's one of the easier bosses of the game. Honestly, him and probably King Knight are the easiest. But that's it. So, with Tinker Knight down, we only have one more Knight of No Quarter to get to. Alright, this is going to be the... Oh, damn it, now I forgot his name. And his name doesn't show up there anymore because I killed him. Oh, no! He's not the Flying Knight. Propeller Knight. Alright, Propeller Knight. So next time on... what's his face? I don't even know anymore. Next time on Shovel Knight, we'll be taking down the Propeller Knight, and is one of the hardest stages of this game, in my opinion. Alright, bye.